Y'all are never gonna believe it. Never gonna believe what we are about to make and what we are about to make it in. Homemade rice pudding in the Instant Pot. Y'all hadn't seen this in a little while. I had to clean it up because this one, it had some dust on it. It's been so long. First, we have to rinse the rice. I need to give this pot another good clean in there real quick too. Let me do that first. And we're making something new for supper tonight from the ranch, recipes from the ranch cookbook. So I'm gonna get the rice pudding made and in the refrigerator because we like it to be cold. You can eat it warm or cold. So first we're gonna rinse the rice. I have this mesh strainer here. We need 1 cup. Oh, Sissy already got this for me. There we go. So we're just gonna rinse this until it runs clear. I'm wondering if I need to make a double batch. Just me, Sissy, and Jonah really, really love rice pudding. Like the other boys won't even eat any of it, and Titus likes it sometimes, and I'm sure he'll try a little bit of this. So I'm thinking this will be enough for us 4. So we've got the rice in there. Now we put 2 cups of milk, 1 cup of heavy cream, and 1 cup of water. Next we need 1/3 cup of sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla.
Vanilla wafers?
No, vanilla extract, just a pinch of salt, and that's it for this part. When it gets done, we add just a little bit of butter, and then we'll put the cinnamon on top. We'll just give this a stir, and then we're gonna cover it and cook it on high pressure for 20 minutes, or you can hit the porridge setting. Then we'll let it do a 10-minute slow release of the pressure, and after that 10 minutes, then we'll release any that's left in there. We're gonna go ahead and start making this country chicken chowder. Here's the recipe, and here's what it looks like. Now they put croutons on top. We're gonna make some little fried cornbread patties to go with ours instead of the croutons. It seems to be kind of like potato soup plus chicken and corn. So maybe kind of like corn chowder plus potatoes and chicken. I don't know, but it's called country chicken chowder. Now this only makes 4 servings. We're gonna double it. And this is from the recipes from the ranch cookbook. We got this from Ollie's. It was only $7.99 there. It's got some good recipes in it. We're gonna cook the chicken first, then add everything else. I might change like a few things here and there. Like I'm gonna use some oil to cook the chicken instead of just butter. I think they just use butter. Yeah, they just use butter. So yeah, we might change just a few things. We'll go ahead and let that oil start heating up. I'm gonna cut the chicken up into small pieces about that big. Oh, that's just a little scrubby thing I use to clean the sink.
I might get one y'all since you go on my bike. I'm hopefully
Yeah.
car license. I never had a bird toy. Never in my whole yard.
You hadn't? We almost got the chicken ready. Let me turn my tea off over here. Once we get the chicken in here, we'll slice up some carrots, celery, and an onion. Oh, Sissy put that in there. She wanted to see if she put a little tub of water outside the other night if it would be frozen by morning. The first morning it was not frozen, but the second morning it was. Okay, we'll turn it back up now. I'm gonna put some salt and pepper in here. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up the rest of the chicken that was in this pack, and I think I'm just gonna put it in the refrigerator because it still has a few days left before it needs to be frozen. Oh, I didn't shut it. And we'll probably use it tomorrow or the next day, so I'm just gonna wrap it up really good and put it in the refrigerator. They're hanging gutters out there today, huh?
Yeah, new one. That old one been broken while you following.
Yeah, it got broken, didn't it?
What do you need in the fridge right now?
I need the celery, I think. I don't think I got the celery yet. Can you get celery?
Yeah.
I think it's in the refrigerator in the laundry room. No, that's spring mix. Celery, look, let me show you what it looks like. Celery's the long green things. They're about this long and they're green. No, that's cucumbers. These are gonna be not as green. Yeah, we'll see what he comes back with. It's just me and him in here right now. Jonah and Sissy are outside playing and watching the gutter action. They have a fire going too. I think they were roasting. That's it, you got it. Yeah, they have a fire out there too. I think they were roasting some marshmallows earlier. Okay, this chicken's been cooking now for about 5 minutes or so. So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding in the onions and carrots and everything as I get them chopped up. I love peeling carrots. many carrots you peeled in your life. We give these little curlies to the chickens. Rice pudding's done. We'll let it do that 10-minute slow release. We can pretend like these came out of our carrot garden. Remember when we planted those carrots, Miss Turkey ate them all? She was the culprit. We saw her going down there eating the tops of the carrots and then scraping around in them. That's okay. Next time we'll make them turkey proof by putting a little fence or something around them. I am getting excited about the spring garden though. I had that little pickle bush cucumber plant that was doing pretty good, but our weather got cold quicker than normal, colder than it normally does, quicker than it normally does. And I ended up losing that, but it was doing good. So I think this year I'll plant some of the little pickle bush cucumbers, but we'll plant them earlier instead of trying to do a fall garden. I'm pretty sure our carrots would have produced if Miss Turkey hadn't got to them. And our beets, we did have beets too. She took care of those also. She was eating her veggies. So yeah, I've just been kind of thinking about what I might want to plant this time. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just put the top on this and let it cook for about 5 minutes until those carrots get tender. The onions are already starting to get tender and the celery won't take long, but we're going to wait just a few more minutes on those carrots before we add everything else in. While we're waiting, I'll make the tea, and then while we're letting this simmer and all, that's when we're going to make the fried cornbread. Alright, we're releasing pressure on the rice pudding. So now we just add the 2 tablespoons of butter and we're going to let it sit and thicken up. I think I'm going to transfer it to a smaller bowl. That's it. When it cools down, we'll put a little cinnamon on top and it can go in the refrigerator. Okay, we're putting the cream of potato soup in here with the chicken and the vegetables. We could not resist going ahead and getting a little taste test of that rice pudding, and y'all, that's amazing. It's better than any I think we've ever gotten from the store. We normally like it cold, but warm like that, that is also wonderful. I like it both ways. We're putting in 2 cups of milk. We need 2 cups of frozen corn. That's about how much is in this bag. And that's it. We just bring this to a simmer and let it simmer over here on low until we're ready to eat. I'm going to put a little more salt and pepper. None of us can resist, y'all. Jonah's in here for some rice pudding now. It's wonderful. A little cinnamon action. Okay, y'all, the country chicken chowder is thickening up really good now. So I was a little concerned because it was pretty thin at first, but it's nice and thick now. All we have left to do is make the cornbread. We're just going to do the little fried cornbread patties. Now you can add lots of stuff to these, peppers, onions, whatever you want to add. We're just going to do basic, plain old cornbread. So I'm going to make the cornbread just like I normally make it, only not as thin. So I'm not going to put as much buttermilk.
What is it?
It's called country chicken chowder. And Tyler's right, delicious. It's really good.
What is this, cornbread?
Yeah, that's fried cornbread.
Wow.
Oh my God, Dad.
What do you think?
It's really down home cooking.
It tastes, to me, it kind of tastes like potato soup and creamed corn at the same time. I don't know, with chicken. And it's wonderful.
It's really good.
We found a Christmas book that I don't think we got to during Christmas time, did we? Have you seen this book before?
No?
It's called The Biggest Little Boy. On a tree-lined block in the big, busy city lived a little boy named Luca who loved big things. Where's Luca? Which one is he?
Sour?
That's him up there in the window?
Uh-huh.
Since he was a little boy, Luca had tried to climb the biggest tree at Triangle Park. Each year he made it a little bit higher, Luca sighed. "It's not easy being little," Luca said to his parents each night as he lay in bed. In the big busy city, the big grown-ups would bump into him. They just didn't seem to see him down there. They were too busy looking up. It seemed like everything special was up. So, Luca decided he would look up too. Oh, she got some coffee. You like that toy he's got up there? What is that?
A shark?
One crisp late December afternoon, after most of his neighbors had trees aglow in their windows, Luca and his mom walked down Cranberry Street, past the Christmas tree market. He was staring up at the not quite big enough trees when he tripped. A little tree had fallen out of its stand and onto the sidewalk. Luca dusted off his pants and stood up. He picked up the little tree and plopped it back in its stand. It wasn't big. It wasn't tall. Its branches were crooked and needles were missing. The little tree was anything but what Luca had wanted, but somehow it seemed to be just right. Luca lay in bed staring up at the glow-in-the-dark stars on his ceiling. Jonah has some of those, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He felt big, and he was. He had a big heart for things big and small, and it was Luca's heart that made him the biggest little boy in the big, busy